Here are 7 harsh truths that fat people never accept but are the key to finally making progress in your weight loss journey. Number 1, you're not enough and that's okay. You don't know enough, you're not disciplined enough, and you haven't been trying hard enough. The first step to making progress is simply accepting that you are not where you want to be and you're not the person who you want to become. Really think about it. If you tell yourself every single day constantly that you are beautiful and you are perfect being fat and you are fine just the way you are, then you are taking away one of the most powerful drivers in the human mind, the drive to run away from negativity. This self-hatred, when pointed towards a certain goal, is one of the best motivators that you have access to. And this is what actually helped me start my weight loss journey. I didn't make any progress until people started calling me fat, and I thought, hey, maybe they're actually right. Accept that you lack knowledge. How many books have you read on nutrition and fat loss? Probably 0, right? How many courses have you bought on fitness, weight loss, and nutrition? Also probably 0, right? And how's that working out for you so far? Because I paid for knowledge. Everyone I know who lost weight paid for some sort of knowledge. Everyone who is an athlete will gladly drop $20 on some form of coaching or courses or books as long as it will improve their craft. And 9 times out of 10, the investment is worth making. I mean, if you're fat, you spend money on junk food all the time. Why not remove the money you spend on junk food and instead put it towards knowledge and information that will actually improve yourself and improve skills that will stay with you for the rest of your life? You're spending the money anyways. Why not spend it on your own brain? The most valuable asset that you can build is yourself. So for every dollar that you don't spend on food and that you put into your own learning, on the front end, it may look like you only spent $10 on a book, but on the back end, you've saved years and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of time. So the return on your money is like tenfold whenever you invest in your personal development. Accept that you're not disciplined enough. Discipline is a skill. You are not just born with the ability to be consistent and push through adversity. Every time that you fail with weight loss and fitness and get back on the horse, you are building more discipline. You are gaining XP in that skill. And I know that failure feels like you are reverting on progress. You're not moving forward at all. But let me say this again. Whenever you fail with anything in fat loss, you are gaining XP under the hood. And at a certain point, once you level up to, let's say, fat loss level 10, you reach escape velocity where you make rapid progress. See, it's normal for the first 6 months to absolutely see no results, and then on month 7 to lose like 20 pounds. It's just the way the world works. Once you finally level up your discipline and your knowledge on weight loss, losing weight becomes a breeze. But you are gonna have to go through some of those months of struggle. You need to develop these skills. And of course, it's nice when the rewards come, but nobody wants to put the time in and actually struggle. Now, ending this point, you know when people say that fat loss is hard? Well, this is what hard feels like. I want you to embrace the struggle because deep down inside, I know you don't know this yet, but this phase of your life is the golden days. Your future self is going to look back with so much gratitude on how much work you are putting in and everything that you sacrificed to become your future self. Number 2, there are no valid excuses for being fat. If someone else in the same circumstance has lost weight, then you can do it too. Are there people who have school and lose weight? Yes. Are there people who have a big appetite and lose weight? Yes. Are there people who are busy with kids and still lose weight? Yeah. Are there busy doctors who work 80 hours per week and still lose weight? Yes. Are there people who are 400 pounds and they lost the weight? Yes. Are there even amputees in wheelchairs without legs who end up losing weight? Yes. What I want you to realize right now is that your brain is working against you. Listening to your brain made you fat. So for a few years, while you reprogram your psychology and get into better shape, you are going to have to ignore basically everything that your brain tells you. You have the brain of a fatty. I had the brain of a fatty. Shut it off and listen to people who don't have the brain of a fatty. You need to be willing to brainwash yourself with people who aren't fat. Now, how do you do this? Whether you watch my videos or other people's videos, read books, get coaching, or just spend time around skinnier people, all of these methods work. And the more you can implement, the faster you are going to see results. Every excuse your brain gives you is exactly the reason you won't lose fat. Now pause. Really think about what I just said. Every excuse your brain gives you is the reason you will not lose fat. And so speaking of rewiring your psychology, a few amazing books that I really recommend you read is The Magic of Thinking Big and also a book called Think and Grow Rich. Now these are more dedicated towards business, especially the book Think and Grow Rich, but I promise you if you read these two books, you will rewire your brain permanently and never think like a fatty again. Number 3, you are lazy. You see, active people don't really get fat. Really tell me how often you see construction workers who are working all day and are fat. Now, if you're being offended by this, good. First, I want you to remember that each time you feel a ping of negative emotion, that is me destroying your ego and destroying your fatty brain that is working against you. And second of all, remember that I was the so-called fat people. And speaking of fat people being lazy, it's not that athletes and people who work out like I do nowadays are a little bit more active than you. We are probably 10 times more active than you. Look, on my usual day, I spend 2 hours in the gym, I get in my cardio, and I also work a physical job. I'm on my feet for basically the entire day, besides the parts where I'm recording and scripting these videos. That allows me to eat 4,500 calories daily and still not get fat. This is what 4,500 calories daily looks like for months on end. I eat more than most fat people, but I'm not fat. You need to find exercise methods that you enjoy and that can get you moving. But oh, I don't have free time. Yes, you fucking do. I thought I didn't have enough time to upload daily videos. What did I do? I deleted Instagram and magically found 2 extra hours where I can record in that time period, where I can edit in that time period. I bet you have some type of unproductive activity that is eating up your time and you're not willing to let go of it. So tell me, is it Netflix and TV? Video games? Partying and alcohol? Scrolling social media? Out of these ones, what came up to your mind? Which one stuck with you? Because the one that you are thinking about now is the exact bad habit that's keeping you fat. And only when you drop this will you actually unlock your full potential. Number 4, you have no idea what you're eating. So here's a little test. I bet you that everyone who is in fantastic shape will easily be able to answer these 3 questions and fat people won't. So go ahead, play along with me. Question number 1, what are your maintenance calories? Question number 2, how many calories are you eating? And question number 3, what is your deficit? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then figure this out ASAP. I guarantee that as soon as you can answer these 3 simple questions, you will 10x your weight loss. And so let's put this in a different context. How can you expect to ever save money if you 1, don't know how much you have, 2, don't know how much you're earning, and 3, don't know how much you're spending? Now it's starting to make a little bit more sense, right? If you are shooting in the dark, why are you expecting for any sort of accuracy? So learn what calories in versus calories out is. Learn these fundamentals for God's sake. Don't let anyone tell you that this isn't the basic things that you need to follow. Now, is it just calories in versus calories out that's gonna guarantee you're gonna lose weight? No, it's not. There are so many psychological factors that go into this, like food preference, meal timing, and hacks to make sure that you stay satiated between meals. But the fundamental idea is, if you eat less calories than you burn, whatever way you find the most comfortable, you will lose weight. So remember, figure out how many calories you have to eat to maintain your weight. This is called your maintenance calories. For most people, it's usually around 2,000 to 3,000. And so how do you count this number? Track your calories for a week, don't change anything about your diet, and see how many calories you take in daily. You add up the 7 days worth of calories and divide by 7 to get the average amount of calories. Now, if you didn't go up in weight or didn't go down in weight too much, then that's your maintenance. There you go. That is how many calories you have to eat daily to roughly maintain your weight. Then once you finish this step, if you got your maintenance calories, you've automatically also calculated how much food you're eating. So to get your deficit calories, all you have to do is remove 500 to 1,000 for that number to get 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss per week. So if you're eating 3,000 calories to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, you would have to eat 2,500 to 3,000 calories. It's really that simple. Number 5, you take advice from fat people. So I recently made a very controversial video that you should watch called Stop Being Friends with Fat People. You see, you are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. And if your friend is fat, studies have shown that your chances of becoming obese actually go up by 57%. And it's not that fat people are inherently bad in any way. It's just that by virtue of being around fatter people, you end up picking up on their habits habits and becoming more like them. And remember how I said you need to brainwash yourself and cure your fatty brain? Well, for every hour you spend with a fat person, that's like undoing reading 10 pages of a weight loss book. If you watching this video is helping you progress towards your fat loss goals, then you being friends with fat people is directly taking away from your fat loss goals. But why is that? Because not all fat friends are made equal. Some actually can help you while others won't. So unless your fat friends are in it together and supporting you, then they're not helping you out in any way. If you have a friend that's also on their own weight loss journey, then sure, keep that friend in your life. But if your friend is fat and he's okay with being fat, he's only gonna bring you down with him. They will likely make you feel bad about the way you're eating and sabotage you. They will say things like,
"How can you keep eating that?
Oh, look who's on a diet."
We got Mr. Healthy over here."
and so on. People want you to succeed, but never more than them. So as soon as you make any significant progress in your weight loss journey, they're going to try to drag you down to their level. And this phenomenon is called tall poppy syndrome. Individuals who have admirable qualities or skills will be cut down by people who are envious of them. If your circle of friends is fat, they will try and cut you down as soon as they see that you're doing exceedingly better than them. In contrast, if you have jacked friends, they will only try to bring you up to their level. Number 6, you look for too many shortcuts. Many fat people look for the most convoluted ways of losing weight instead of following basic human biology principles that have worked for millions of goddamn years. You learn ways to eat less without wanting to end it all. You learn ways to get more active without wanting to end it all. You dedicate yourself to this for years and you finally reach your goals. Because look, any hack that promises to lose fat quickly is just a stupid fad that's trying to make money off your mom. If you're watching this channel and you've made it this far into the video, I think you're already coming to accept that weight loss is hard work. There are no quick fixes. You try things and then you fail. You run headfirst into the wall, bash your head, stand up and keep running in hopes that the wall will fucking break. It's those 1% really slow improvements day in, day out that you make that barely feel like improvements at all that will actually change your life within the span of months to years. One of the best analogies that I've ever given on this channel is the idea of going from 0 to 1 to 2. So let me go over this again. Instead of trying to go from 0 to 100, whether that's with muscle or fitness or nutrition or weight loss, you need to go from 0 to 1 to 2 and then to 3. When you make small daily progress like cutting out sugar for 1 week and then, slowly removing junk food over the course of months, not using milk inside of your coffee to save on those extra little calories that add up throughout the days and weeks, you are making such small changes that they barely impact your life. But after a few weeks and months of making very minimal improvements, going from 0 to 1 to 2, over time slowly to 10 and 15, you look back, it's been a couple months, and you realize, holy shit, I went from 0 to 50 and it only felt as difficult as going from 0 to 1. If you try to overhaul your entire life in a week by jumping on random fad crash diets, you are going to fail weight loss. Going from 0 to 100 is not sustainable. It's only when you go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 and then over the span of months you reach 50 or 100. That is the only way you can sustain this weight loss. And so just to make this example better, I want you to try this little test. Drink 2 liters of water right now. Go find water. Pause this video, drink 2 liters of water. Seriously. Okay, nobody did this, right? And if you did, you're a fucking monster. But what if I told you just to take 1 sip of water? Go take 1 sip of water. Really, I'll do it with you. You can easily take 1 sip of water, even if you're in bed sick or you're hospitalized. It's possible. Now, if you take 1 sip of water every 5 minutes or so, you will come to realize that over the span of an hour or two, you've actually finished the 2 liters and it wasn't any harder than taking 1 sip of water. And you're just as hydrated as if you would have drank it all at once. Except the difference is, in one scenario, you did the thing, in the other scenario, you didn't do the thing. It's not that weight loss is hard or impossible for you to achieve. It's that the time frame that you are giving yourself to change your life is far shorter than the amount of time it actually takes to change your life sustainably. Number 7, you are not prioritizing weight loss. Try this action step. Give me 5 things that you are prioritizing right now. Pause the video and name 5 things. Now, really do this, I'll wait. So, maybe you're prioritizing family, maybe you're prioritizing your career, your side hustle, your other side hustle, your second girlfriend. 5 priorities. Now, I want you to take that stupid hand that you made and slap yourself across the face as hard as you can because you're an idiot. These other entire 4 points is the exact reason as to why you will never lose fat. An amazing book that you can read for this is called Essentialism. You see, the word priority comes from the Latin word prioritas, which means first in order, and it was a singular noun, implying that there can only be one priority. You have to have seasons of your life where you bring everything down to maintenance and only push hard in one specific skill. When I lost the majority of my weight, I had a plethora of free time. I was doing the bare minimum just so I could get by with all the work tasks that I had to do, and then I spent the rest of my time in the gym learning about weight loss, talking to fit people, watching videos on weight loss. All my shower thoughts became associated with weight loss. When I went to take a shit, all I thought about was weight loss. My whole YouTube recommended page was weight loss. If you become so obsessed with a topic that you even start dreaming about it, there is no way that you're going to fail. So look, what I'm getting at is find ways to prioritize your weight loss. Maybe this means instead of going to sleep at 9 because you're scrolling social media, watching TVs, watching shows, you go to sleep at 7 so you can wake up in the morning and hit the gym at 4 or 5 a.m. If you are prioritizing your weight loss and you want to prioritize exercise, it would only make sense that you do your exercise before your work for the day, right? Because it's your priority, you do it first. Maybe instead of listening to music at work, you start listening to audiobooks about nutrition and fat loss. Figure out ways to make this a priority, and I promise you will skyrocket your results. If you found this video helpful and you trust me enough, press the first link in the description and join our school group. There, you will find courses on nutrition, weight loss, and muscle growth that will fast track your journey to success.